Alright, welcome back guys to another video. Today we're reviewing the MSK, going over what attachments and what I put inside of it so far. And yeah, this will be a more in-depth review because I have actually fielded this. I've had multiple over the last 10 years of playing now. I don't even know how long, but I will say when they first came out and I didn't have a HPA tap mag like so, they were a monstrosity, not gas efficient. The bolt carrier was super chunky, so it was very heavy. To get that whole thing, cycling that whole thing, you could barely get out like 20 shots sometimes, especially in the cold. You're not doing anything. Nozzle does break. Nozzle return spring tends to break, very, very often because this gun just kicks like a mule. This is a newer one, and what I'm seeing on the new one is the bolt does move a lot smoother now, as you can see here. If I grab one of my older ones here, and grab an older gen, there we are, and you see one of my older ones here. It's a little more sluggish. I guess this is a little more crisp now since it's worn in, but yeah, I haven't really noticed too many differences between the two besides stuff like that, or the finish is just a little nicer, little minor stuff. But yeah, I'd say this is definitely one of my most favorite guns now. When I first had it, it did not run well at all, did not cycle, wasn't gas efficient. It does have the same issue, like a lot of WEs, where the two, let's see if I can find the trigger set here, where the trigger, I think this is the right one, no, it's from G36, where the trigger and the hammer doesn't make contact. So if you can see right here, there's a little notch there. And like the WEM4s as well, when the hammer's releasing, that thing won't catch. So when you release the trigger, it'll actually strike instead of just resetting halfway. So I don't have any broken trigger boxes to show you, but if you have a W, you probably know what I'm talking about. That will eventually happen on these, but even on my Gen 1, or my first gen, that thing was, it's still fine. And it's like 10 years old, you know. Pretty sturdy build though. Let's get a field stripping, or let's go over the attachments first. On the gun itself, not inside, but on the gun, I have the Odin O light, which isn't too bad. I think it's about like 1,000 lumens or something like that. It was like $100 during Black Friday. Has some random repro ACOG that I got from a old collection buy. Strike Industries foregrip. I also have a Magpul blackout suppressor with the little flash hider under it, as well as a Maple Leaf 6.02, Maple Leaf Autobot 70 degree going through there as well. Internally, I don't think there's too much to be done besides the steel trigger and hammer and whatnot, as I showed you earlier, but these are pretty, I'd say, durable. But yeah, eventually, if you can see how I saw the trigger depressed and I let go, the hammer will go up halfway. Eventually, it will wear down and it'll just keep going. So your gun will maybe get stuck on full auto. But this assembly is simple, very simple. Push that pin out, push this pin out, push that pin out. Pretty much done. Yeah, no, overall finish of the gun, I love it. I really do enjoy the little knickknacks they do put into these things. So one of the cool, but wish they did a little better about it, or they went about it a little better. Is the outer barrel. Jesus, why is this thing so? All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had to do this whole looping through. So here, I'll just show you on my older gen to save time here. So you pop the barrel out, super simple, like that. And this right here. I love the quick outer barrel design. If it had a little better sealing, you know. But you could pull off your barrel just like that. and then you pop your hop-up trigger out just like that. And it's a standard M4 hop-up, so yeah. You could try out the RA Tech one, or the whatever brand makes another aftermarket one, I'm not sure, but the OEM's been pretty decent to me. Just make sure you screw it in all the way. That's literally it. As long as you can't see any gaps, you're pretty much set. Doesn't matter if it's upgraded or not, really. But yeah, other than that, there's not too much quirky things about it that differ, you know, make it stand out, besides the fact that it's an ACR or Masada, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure this is like the Remington version with this handguard. Put that down here. Yeah, I used to run with this guy for a long time, and then that's the wrong pin. Ow, I just punched myself in the face. I'll put this together later. I was running with that guy for a while, and then I picked this one up in a little buy I found on Discord. And yeah, honestly, I think it's one of the hardest kicking WEs out there right now. That's just like my take on it. But like, you know, some people might argue otherwise, but jeez, I am a mess right now. But yeah, no, I'm in love with this gun. Like, I might not want to, might not want to cooperate sometimes, but that's pretty much what we signed up for with WEs, huh? Oh my goodness, this was quite chaotic disassembly, huh? There we go. But no, super hard kicking, super crisp gun. For people that want to run just green gas mags, no, I do not recommend this thing at all. If you run just green gas mags on this, you're going to have a terrible time. Like, maybe the first 10, 15 shots will be super nice and crisp, but that cooldown is god-awful. And with this bolt being so heavy, it's not going to want to function, especially now in the winter, too. That's just makes it even worse. But yeah, I could do a whole installation, and I'll probably make a video of me installing the steel trigger and everything too. Well, this is the G36, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'll probably be playing a GamePod this week, hopefully. And I think I'm going to run this bad boy because I've been missing it. I definitely recommend for anyone that's willing to HPA tap them. My eyes! My eyes! Anyone that's willing to HPA tap their drum mag, or maybe even just like this to nags. If you're gonna drum tap or you're gonna HPA tap this to nags, I'd say just go with the drum mag though. But yeah, ever since I've tapped it, the thing's just been super reliable. I've had no issues with it except for like the nozzle breaking or the nozzle return spring breaking. But even then, I'll just yank it out and it still runs. not the best. I wouldn't recommend that. But if you're in the middle of a game, you want to keep playing. Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. Said screw it. Feet's fine. The bolt's not doesn't have a lot of room to like move around and misfeed or anything like some GHKs or some of the other WEs. But yeah. Another con actually, besides the whole thing, is this stock clip right here will break so easily if you just drop it. Or one time I've shouldered my gun like this, like where I smacked it in, and I've accidentally broke my entire stock off and had to wait for a new piece from Shapeways for like 3 weeks. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there's only 2 cons, so pretty big cons in my opinion. Either you have a busted stock or you can't have an HPA setup, so you're just struggling. But yeah, I mean, this thing shoots just like my Scar and my M14. Like, the thing has range, so I personally love it. I just wouldn't recommend for any green gas users. I hope this does help, and I'll post some more tutorials about how to install the parts and the whole trigger assembly and disassembly and whatnot. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There she is, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.